are still happily married.
I think if we can figure out a way for Dad to get Meemaw's brisket recipe, this all goes away.
I don't see how we can accomplish that. Put that down. That's not a toy. Sure it is. Choo choo.
Open wide, moon pie. Here comes the choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Isn't that good?
Please leave me
That's
alone.
Meemaw's famous brisket.
I said, please leave me alone.
Would you like the secret recipe? You promise not to tell anybody. Of course, you're not going to tell anybody. I start with a tablespoon of cumin, and then a cup of brown sugar, and...
I know the recipe.
What?
She told it to me.
When?
February 14th, 1982. I was 23 months old. It was Valentine's Day, and Mom and Dad went out for dinner. You were there. Don't you remember? I got nothing.
You can really remember when you were that little?
Uh-huh. You were there, too. You were still struggling with potty training.
I don't think so.
Oh, yes. Meemaw used to call you Mr. Soggy Pants.
Nuh-uh.
Mr. Soggy Pants.
Quit it. This is serious. Sean, you've got to tell Dad that recipe.
But Meemaw told me it was a secret.
If you don't and Mom and Dad get a divorce, it's your fault.
All right. Fine.
Good job, Soggy Pants.
Dad, could you please come into the living room?
What for?
My brain did something impressive, and I'd like to share it with you.
Still want to keep this one? Well,
What are you doing here?
I
Same
tried
as
to
you.
ignore me. I'm
Want to
trying to
see
get
what
you
his brain
involved.
did.
I take you one
Please have a seat.
Scooby-Doo? Yes, Mom.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Are you gonna yell at me again?
No, I'm sorry. It's just I was counting and I
I know
messed
Meemaw's
me up.
brisket recipe.
I told you not to
No,
count.
you don't.
I told you
Yes, I
to.
do. And in order to bring peace to
Well,
this
I was
family,
just
I prepared to make it
packing.
public.
It's fine.
Your
I'm the one who's,
One
I was the one who was out there
tablespoon
with a
of cumin,
jackass,
1 cup of
not
brown
you.
sugar, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika.
Okay, stop.
No, keep
That
going.
way I
How do you
know
know the recipe,
what I had
Shelley?
before I go, so
Meemaw
I
told
know
it to
if
me
I
on
lost anything
Valentine's Day,
during the move.
1982.
Could have been
You were
done
out
by
with Dad
now
seeing
if I was
Cannonball
packing.
Run at the Dollar Theater.
That's impossible. You weren't even 2 years old.
3 tablespoons of dried mustard, 1 cup of Lone Star beer.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Give it to your father.
I can write it down for you.
Tomorrow I'm gonna have you pack
That's
your
okay.
little
I don't
toys,
want it.
okay?
You've got to be kidding me.
Connie, you've had every opportunity to
No,
give me
I'm
that
not
recipe and you
kidding.
never did because you've always treated me like an outsider.
No, she has not. Oh, of course I have.
See? She admits it.
I'm right, I do. Never thought you were good enough for my daughter. There you were, riding around on that dumb
Give me that.
motorcycle,
I want to see that
knocking her
stuffed
up.
animal.
Why don't you kids go in the kitchen and
Yeah.
fix yourself some ice cream?
Oh,
I'm not going anywhere.
is this yours?
Hey, I get it.
I don't remember
I'm a
this.
daughter.
It might be
Wouldn't
the
hurt
one
bringing
you
home
gave
something
me.
like that. I've come a hell of a long way since then.
It is yours. Get hell over it.
Okay, you're right.
Thought you must have wrecked it.
George,
No,
Yep,
it's not cat hair.
I'm sorry.
it's yours.
That means more to me than any recipe.
That
Come here.
Don't let the hug fool you. The minute she went home, he made me give him the recipe.
So the stuffed
Go.
animals that were
Let
here
him go ahead.
that I gave you, we can now mix stuff together because you're with me forever, right?
Ah, damn.
Yep. If I go back, I'd be dead, remember?
You're not going back.
I was about to kill myself like 2 or 3 times in the bathtub.
Jim. Want some?
No, thank you. I'm not
We're
hungry.
done for today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make you some boxes. And I want us to be packing together.
See?
You do toys, I'll work on this. Then when the book pages up, then we'll pull it out.
I'm sorry to snap at you.
And I'm sorry I
No, it's
Don't
my
touch
it was my fault.
It's part of the moving process of you trying to